米大リーグドジャースの大谷翔平が二塁上で見せた国際交流の一幕に、アメリカの放送席も驚きと感動を見せています。日本時間29日、敵地シンシナティで行われたレッズ戦に2番 DH で先発出場した大谷は、5回の第3打席でセンターを破る二塁打を放ちました。そして、この打席を心待ちにしていたのが、レッズのショート手エリー・デラクルーズ。ヒット直後、大谷が二塁に到達すると、すぐさま2人の談笑が始まりました。大谷は走塁用の手袋を口元に当て、笑みを浮かべながら話しかけ、デラクルーズも身振りを交えて楽しげに応じています。何語で交わされているのかはわからないものの、このやりとりに注目したのが、ドジャース地元局、スポーツネットロサンゼルスの実況席です。実況を務めたジョー・デイビス氏は、
エリー・デラクルーズのお気に入りの選手は翔平・大谷
と語り、昨年のオールスターゲームでの心温まる出会いのエピソードを紹介しました。また、解説のジェシカ・メンドーサ氏も、
まるで小さな子供のようですね。お互いに深いリスペクトを持って接しているのが伝わってきます。
と微笑みながらコメントしました。この印象的な交流の様子を、日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Ohtani's up there in a tie game in the fifth. Power against power and strike one with that high fastball. Burns goes where the league knows that it needs to against Shohei. 3 for his last 31 with 17 strikeouts on elevated fastballs. Rojas at third, bats at first. Ohtani smacks a line drive to deep center field. Frieda won't get there. Rojas in to score. Betts is chugging around third. De La Cruz has no shot, and it's a 2-run tie-breaking double for Shohei Ohtani.
You said the league knows where to get him out. This is a rookie mistake. You see exactly where Tyler Stevenson was set up. He wanted it up. He gets it down, and that is nitro zone for Shohei Ohtani. Nitro by 111 miles an hour into the gap for Mookie and Mickey to come around to score.
Ellie De La Cruz's favorite player is Shohei Ohtani. He was most excited for his trip to the All-Star game last year so he could meet Shohei. And I get the chance to visit with him.
He's like a little kid right now. He's like, hi. How's it going? It's a nice hit.
How cool that a kid from the Dominican Republic grew up speaking Spanish, has worked hard to learn English, visits with a guy from Japan, in the universal language of baseball and the hard work they've both put in to learn the language of the country where they're now calling home.
Well, the mutual respect, too. And Shohei understands the game of Ellie De La Cruz, how good of a player he is. Almost a perfect moment. There was a delay there for them to have that moment.
So first and third for Ohtani, who has grounded out twice. Red shade him to pull. He is not cheated on that swing. Strike one. Ohtani rips one to center. Friedel going back. It's down, base hit. He misses the stabbing grab, deflects it to the wall. One run in, a second waved home. De La Cruz eats it. Head first slide home by Betts. 2 runs cross. It's 3-1 Dodgers. A double drilled at 111 by Ohtani.
This ball was first hit. I thought this ball was going to go back to TJ Friedel, have a little tailspin on it, but it didn't. It kind of hooked and stayed in that gap. I thought he got to that ball easily, but that ball had a little topspin on it and ran away from him into that gap. Driving in two.
Ohtani's been the hottest Dodgers hitter as he and De La Cruz catch up. One of my favorite moments of Ellie's young career was the first time that he met Ohtani. That was a couple of years ago, the Angels, and he rather famously started to poke him in the arm as if to say, "You're real? You're a real human being?"
That's respect. Game respects game. Outstanding.
Maybe he asked him what he'll throw him when he starts in a couple of nights.
Well, that's a line you just don't cross right there.
It wasn't just the offense today. The support you all were able to give Yoshinobu Yamamoto, how impressive was he?
I mean, Yamamoto, we always expect that from him. He's one of the best one in the business right now. He was not missing a lot of pitches outside of the strike zone. He was hitting the corners, getting the pitch when he wanted to throw it, and it's just another good one for him.
All right, well, congratulations on this win, Teoscar.
Thank you.
Yoshi, when you look at just your results today, the efficiency, Mark Pryor and Dave have talked a lot about just focusing on first pitch strike. How are you able to do that? And today, how much of a priority was that for you today?
そこはいつももちろん心がけて取り組んでいることではありますけど、うまくいかない試合が増えてたので、今日はうまくいってよかったです。
Would you just say this might have been the best all of your pitches have felt today? Just how you were able to go and use essentially your entire pitch mix?
そうですね、調子はすごく良かったと思いますし、前回は、5イニングで、なんていうんだろう、失点も重ねてたので、それと比べるとすごく良かったと思いますし、はい、いい試合が増えてきているので、はい、いいことだと思います。
Getting so much swing and miss, is that sort of getting the swing and miss? Is that a byproduct of just your stuff being really good today, or is that just sort of how you were executing and sequencing your pitches?
今日の配球はすごいなんていうんだろう、裏をかく配球がいつもと比べると、すごく多かったので、そこはバッターを混乱させれながら、できたのが空振りだったりにつながったかなと思います。
We were just talking to Yoshinobu, just when you kind of look at this outing today, how you guys were able to navigate through their lineup. He said, one, just how impressed he was with you and how you called the game, but kind of what was the focus for you guys and how you were able to kind of keep them off balance?
Yeah, we had to make a couple pivots after the first. They showed that they were attacking Yoshi's normal game plan, and they were kind of all over it to start. And like I said, we had to change lanes a little bit and kind of mix it up. And once we kind of found our groove, it was easier to call the game from there.
Was it part of that kind of going to the sinker a little bit more? Because
it was a little bit of everything. I mean, Yoshi has so many pitches. He basically can manipulate anything and throw whatever he wants. And that's what makes it fun to call a game for him. He did a really good job of being sure to execute pitches that needed to be executed, and when he needed to make a miss, he missed in the right spot. So, like I said, it makes things a little easier when a guy has that many pitches and he can throw them all for a strike.
So what do you guys kind of change after that first inning? Is it more just how aggressive you are in the zone against them? Or?
I would almost say the opposite. They're picking and choosing what to go up there and be aggressive to, so you kind of navigate through those things, and you can a lot of these hitters, you can kind of see their game plan from pitch one, what they're doing in the box, how they're moving, their moves as a hitter. It allows you to kind of read their mind a little more and just kind of avoid the damage areas and stay out of their hot zones.
For you, they talk so much about bringing you up here so you can kind of have experience with the staff and working through. Is tonight an example where you can kind of lean on that a little bit, with your work with him, and also just kind of knowing how to adjust in the middle of a big league game like that?
Yeah, it's from a catching side, I've felt very comfortable throughout my time here. I know it's short, but I felt very comfortable, especially with a guy like Yoshi. And even the rest of the staff, I feel like I have built some trust with a lot of these guys that allows me to kind of just call my game of what I'm seeing, and the more they trust in me, obviously it's a good boost of confidence for sure moving forward as far as just calling a game.
How do you feel about that? Obviously feeling good about where your development's at on the catching side of things, but also still trying to get a rhythm and adjust to not hitting her and playing every single day.
Yeah, I mean I get told every day. They know I can hit. They're not worried about that for the long term. And I tell myself that as much as I can every day. Obviously, it's tough not doing the things that you're capable of in a box and not having success. I guess you could say trust me, it's very frustrating. And I know as long as I stay on the defensive side and I call a good game and give us a chance to win, I'm going to be in a good spot. Everything's clean. I'm good.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto getting it done on the road, lowered his road ERA to 1.78, third best in baseball.
He's the ultimate competitor that likes going on the road and shutting people up. Remember that old video of Kobe Bryant with the finger to his mouth to keep quiet? That's what Yamamoto loves to do. On the road, shutting them up.
Really dominant effort tonight for him in Cincinnati. Nomar, 21 swings and misses, the most he's ever had in a big league game. How did he get it done tonight?
Listen, he had all his pitches working, and there was no pattern. There was nothing you could just sit on. One thing he was doing unbelievable was getting ahead of the hitters and getting strike one. But we're going to go to the K zone and look what he used to put away pitches. And you're thinking, okay, yeah, he had 9 strikeouts, so he must have just put them all away with that splitter, right? Split fastball. No, he wasn't. He got 1-2, getting ahead of the hitter, climbing the ladder with the fastball, doing it a couple of times there, just climbing the ladder. Oh, but then he has the curveball as well. You're looking for that split, but there's the curveball. There's split finger that we're talking about. Yeah, he still has that. But how about this 3-2 fastball? I mean, that was just painting right there on the corner. Then he has the cutter as well. So you have a different break on that breaking ball as you're seeing as a hitter. Climbing the ladder, okay, you get a little bit of help there, but you're also earning that help as well because you are pounding the zone so much and you are using just different pitches. Even some of those swings and misses, they're going to be strikes anyway, so you have to go after them.
His last start, they had a team, I believe it was the Minnesota Twins. Anything at the knees, below, they just took. Anything at the knees and above, they were ready to hit it. He got hit around a little bit. So what he did was, okay, this team may do the same thing. I'm going to even elevate that fastball so when you see it up, they're going to attack. And you saw a lot of swing and miss. Great job adjusting, and that's what big leaguers, especially great big leaguers, do. They adjust right away in his very next start, and then also using all his pitches, like you said, Noam, no pattern whatsoever, and the Reds were baffled.
Yoshi picks up win number 9 on the season. Let's go back to Great American Ballpark. Dave Roberts right now with Kirsten and the media.
Well, Dave, just Yoshinobu, how impressive was he today?
He was fantastic. It seemed like, you know, I think he had all of his pitches working tonight. It seemed like he did a much better job getting ahead of hitters. You know, whether that situational inning with a couple of strikeouts early, but he seemed like he got better as the game went on, which is a good sign. And we needed 7 innings, and you know, just overall outstanding.
Dalton was saying that after the first inning, they kind of had to change the game plan. When we talk about just him evolving as a play caller, how have you seen him do just that?
Dalton's been great. You know, I think that, you know, he's always going to be frustrated with his hitting, but I really believe that his fingers, the receiving, his relationship with the pitchers is continuing to build and get stronger. And I just thought he sequenced and was able to kind of, you know, pivot a little bit, like you mentioned with the game plan, and just kind of reading and reacting from what the hitters are telling you. And that's something that, you know, typically young catchers just don't have that ability.
There's like a month there where Yoshi's numbers or just performances are a little more uneven. This last month has been really good. Like, what have you seen change here the last couple times out, and how impressive has that been to you, how he's been able to adjust in the middle of the year and get back to kind of where he was at the start?
Well, it's great. I think that he's in a good spot physically. I think the curveballs come into play. He's been consistent with that. I think the last couple he's gotten strike one. When he needs to make a pitch, the split's been there. Like I said, using the curveball to get back in accounts, and the strikeout when he needs it. But yeah, it's good to see him get back, you know, when he was kind of middling for a bit there, and get back to being the dominant pitcher that we know he can be. And even for me tonight, I thought there was still more in there if we needed. But I felt good going to Vesia right there, and he'll pitch on Sunday. It'll be a day game. It'll be hot. So, you know, get him to the century mark tonight, and, you know, he'll be ready to go again on Sunday.
Reds only had 6 hits in the game. 2 came in the 9th inning rally, all of which pointed back to Yamamoto and how he controlled the game after the first inning. I felt like the first inning tonight had the potential to be like the first inning last night, where the Reds got some momentum and got out fast. They did tie the game, but he shut him down after that.
Yeah, he was pretty much in cruise control for the rest of the night, and you guys could see the different shapes of the pitches, sinking, different speeds, splitter down at like 92, and then a sinker at 95, then he goes to the top of the zone at 96, something like that. Later in the game, he started mixing in his curveball. I said he has those devastating off-speed pitches, but it's all set up by his command of the fastball, and I thought he did a really good job of that tonight. I can only remember one ball that was hit hard. It was the Friedel double. Aside from that, that's as good as I've seen him.
Yeah, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. Fully in support of the numbers we talked about on the pregame show of his success on the road. Not only this season, going back to last season. Again, the Reds got him here last year in a similar situation. Didn't start that way tonight. A good start for Yamamoto for a Dodgers team that's looking for good starts, and for someone, we always talk about who's going to be the stopper. Yamamoto was the stopper for LA tonight.
He's been that guy for them for the better portion of the year. I know when Clayton came back, he's pitched serviceably. He's not going to be the Clayton Kershaw of old, but this is the guy they need. They've got some more health coming. We're going to see Tyler Glass now. Blake Snell's coming back, so they're going to have quite a few stoppers in this rotation. Did I mention Shohei Ohtani can pitch too?
Got some things to work with. Got some
$500 million to get you.
Things to work with in Los Angeles.
You guys had a chance there in the ninth, but what did in particular Yamamoto do tonight to dominate the game?
Everything. Velocity on his fastball, split that he can throw to lefties and righties, breaking ball. We actually, on a guy like that, sometimes you're going to need a break or, I thought Steer really hit his ball good in the first inning. And Kid made a nice play. And that probably cost us 2 runs.
Or you read things in batting practice. All of us, most of us, we see what happens within the confines of a 9-inning game.
Yeah.
There's a lot more about a person, a player, that you can garner some things if you watch.
I get the pretty good idea. If you watch. So if you're watching Yamamoto, when Ellie steps to the plate and he's like singing his intro music, he's in a good headspace, right? He's relaxed, but he's focused. So there's different things like that. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit different game than most, but I'll try to let you in on the secret.
That's why we got you here. One of the many reasons.
And I'm handsome.
That's right, handsome too. We need that, more of that. When we come back on the postgame show, for the 2 times a year,
the All-Star game
and the All-Star game, for that, and those conversations when you kind of put a frame around 2 certain players, of that caliber, that's pretty great baseball. Pretty great moment here tonight to see the smile on both of those faces, and you just wonder what exactly they talked about tonight.